Hello, hi. I have so many books in front of me. I don't even really know where to start. Um, but I want to show you everything on my fall TBR. Fall meaning the last week of September and October and November. Because then I want to make a new TBR for December, January. So first up, we're just going to go right into it. I have a library book that I'm about halfway through. The Bewitching, Silvia Moren-Garcia. I read her other book. Well, she has quite a few, but I did read Mexican Gothic, and I really liked that one and had kind of higher expectations for this one because of that. But I'm finding I really don't like the writing style or the different timelines in this particular book. But I am going to try to finish it because I am halfway through, and one of the timelines I am kind of into, and to be honest, I just kind of skim over um, some of the other parts because it's a little boring, it's a little dull, but I'm going to finish this for September. So first I'll just go through the library books that I have for this TBR. And first up, I'm so excited for this one, The Emperor of Gladness by Ocean Vuong. Absolutely loved his other one, which I can't remember the title of right now, but it was literally like one of my favorite reads of last year. I'll put it right here. Yeah, so I do plan on reading this one very soon. And most of these I don't know like a ton about, but I can give you like a quick synopsis. One late summer evening in the post-industrial town of East Gladness, Connecticut, 19-year-old High stands on the edge of a bridge in the pelting rain, ready to jump when he hears someone shout across the river. Dramatic. Then we have The Starless Sea. This is by the author of The Night Circus. I did try to read The Night Circus several years ago and did not finish it. So we'll see how this goes. It does look really good, just some magical realism. Far beneath the surface of the earth upon the shores of the Starless Sea, there's a labyrinthine collection of tunnels and rooms filled with stories. The entryways that lead to this sanctuary are often hidden, sometimes on forest floors, sometimes in private homes, sometimes in plain sight, but those who seek will find their doors have been waiting for them. That pretty much tells me nothing. A bee, a key, and a sword emblazoned on the book led Zachary to two people who will change the course of his life. We'll see. But I've heard that has like very like lyrical and beautiful prose, so and maybe I didn't read The Night Circus at the right time. Who knows? I might try it again sometime. This is kind of just for funsies. How to Help a Hungry Werewolf. I don't know where I found this or heard about it. I think I was just looking for like werewolf novels. Years ago, he betrayed her trust. Now he's offering her supernatural wonders. What's a witch to do? I don't know. What's a witch to do? Read the book, I guess. So next up, we are going to be going through my physical TBR. Those are books that I pulled from my actual shelf, which it's about gosh darn time because I've been reading a lot of library books and adding new books to my shelf and not reading any from it. So yeah, it's time. So the first one is actually a reread. I have already read the Babel by R.F. Kuang, but I'm going to be I've joined this book club on Fable, and they're reading this for October, November, I believe, so I'll reread this. I'm very excited to reread this. I really, really love this. All about like dark academia and translation and yeah, for Robin, Oxford is a utopia dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. As his studies progress, Robin finds himself caught between Babel and the shadowy Hermes Society, an organization dedicated to stopping imperial expansion. When Britain pursues an unjust war with China over silver and opium, Robin must decide, can powerful institutions be changed from within, or does revolution always require violence? I love her writing. I love her stories. Um, and I love dark academia, and it's been a while since I read a dark academia, so I'm looking forward to that one. I do have Catabasis on hold from the library, but I don't know. I think it's going to be a while, so I'm going to save that one, I think, for my December, January TBR. Next up, we have something kind of fun. Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. I actually found this one in a free little library and thought it looked really cute for the fall. When Sally and Zero accidentally uncover a long hidden doorway to an ancient realm called Dreamtown, she unknowingly sets in motion a chain of sinister events that will put her future as Pumpkin Queen and the future of Halloween Town itself in jeopardy. Halloween Town. So yeah, I think this is going to be a fun little read. And then I've had this sitting on my shelf forever, and I'm very excited to read it. That is Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. And it just looks like a really good, creepy, gothic time. A delectable brew of gothic horror and Hollywood satire, deliciously ghoulish. I don't know if that's how you say that word, but I love that word, ghoulish. That's what Ron Charles from the Washington Post said. And yes, it does begin in 1902. It's at Brookhamp's School for Girls. So a little more kind of dark academia-ish. And then we're going to go like 5 years later. We have people mysteriously dying and disappearing. And then we're going to go to a century later. Over a century later, the now abandoned and crumbling Brookins is back in the news when wonderkind writer Merritt Emmons publishes a breakout book celebrating the queer feminist history surrounding the haunted and cursed Gilded Age institution. Interesting. Then I'm going to need to move these books because they're about to cover everything. I have so many books on this desk. The Twisted Ones by T. Kingfisher. I have loved pretty much everything I read by T. Kingfisher. Let's see. This is kind of like haunted house vibes. Folkloric horror. I love anything with like things based on old-timey folklore but set in the modern day. Anything like that is fantastic. We have when Mouse's dad asks her to clean out her dead grandmother's house, she says yes. After all, how bad could it be? Answer, pretty bad. Yay. We have Terrifying Things, Alone in the Woods. Excellent. Yes, perfect for probably October. Maybe I'll move. I'm terrified of this next one, but I think I want to do it. I'm not going to force myself to finish it if I get like too scared, because I've heard it's one of his best, and that is Stephen King's Pet Sematary. A blood-chilling truth is hidden there, one more terrifying than death itself and hideously more powerful. I'm like scared just picking up this book. Really, I have no idea what it's about. So I want to go into it sort of blindly. I'll probably read this during the day for obvious reasons. Next up, kind of more going the classics route. I don't know if Anne Rice is considered classic, but I'm going to read or have on my list. And by the way, I don't expect to get to all of these, like, at all. These are just the ones that I'm going to be picking from. So what I do read will probably be from these stacks. The Mummy by Anne Rice. I've never seen the movie The Mummy, and I don't know if that's based on this book. I truly know nothing. I like anything, like, if I flip through the book and I see that we have a lot of description and not that it just, well, actually there's a lot of dialogue, but I need, like, there to be some good, like, setting, some good surroundings, some good context. So we'll see about that one. Franz Kafka, The Metamorphosis. A harrowing, though absurdly comic meditation on human feelings of inadequacy, guilt, and isolation, The Metamorphosis has taken its place as one of the most widely read and influential works of the 20th century fiction. This looks nice and short and kind of weird. Ooh, kind of creepy. Which is the vibe, I guess, for Halloween month. Found himself changed in his bed into a monstrous vermin. This sounds absolutely disturbing. Should be good. Maybe another during the day read, because I'm scared. I want to get to this one ASAP, because I'm actually going to see the Dracula ballet, and I want to read the book. I've never read the book before. Crazy, I know, because I'm obsessed. Can you hear the rain? Because it is raining really hard. It's been raining all day. It's really nice to look at, but it is very, like, cold rain. So, vampires, I love it. I actually just restarted Vampire Diaries. I think, like, for the third time. So this will probably be one of the next ones that I pick up. Obviously, vampires, and that's pretty much all I know about this one. I just got this copy of Piranesi, classic fantasy. So I think this is going to be a nice little time. Something hopefully not as scary as the other ones that we've been looking at. No ordinary building. Wow, this is like the third one out of this stack that's like about labyrinths and rooms and doors. Its rooms are infinite, its corridors endless, its walls lined with thousands upon thousands of statues. There's actually, I know this is a little tangent, but there's actually a book about hallways that I want to read, but it might go to like the next TBR. Within the labyrinth of halls, an ocean is imprisoned. Waves thunder up staircases, rooms are flooded in an instant. But Piranesi is not afraid. He understands the tides as he understands the pattern of the labyrinth itself. He lives to explore the house. Looking forward to this one. And then I do have some, let me move some things around here. I do have some that are also hopefully not quite as scary, to give myself a break from the scary gothic stuff, though I don't have as many like frou-frou ones, because I have been reading like a lot of like romance and like silliness lately, and I've been in the mood for more like literary stuff. But that said, I do want to read this. I've had this copy for a while. Not obviously, but I have read the actual book Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and this is the graphic novel based on that book. So it should be a fun time, and it is like academia and very fall-ish vibes. Maybe I'll try to get to this one before September's over. And I just grabbed because I have some new Paris-themed sort of books that I've just added, and I haven't read any of them yet. And this one, again, seems like one it might be good for, like, if I need something light in between all the heavy stuff I have in here. A bakery in Paris. It is set in both 1870 and 1946. Something about the 1870, the Prussians are at the city gates, intent to starve Paris into submission. Okay, maybe not as light as I thought, but there is a bakery involved. So, and then I have these two that I got from Book of the Month, and I want to pick one for this TBR and then save the other one for the next. And I'm not sure which is going to be which yet. But we have Hemlock and Silver. This is the, I want to say, Snow White retelling by Kingfisher. Maybe I will save this one for the following TBR, since I already have a Kingfisher for this. And then I'll read this one. It's a thriller, Forget Me Nots by Stacy Willingham. This one is in a winery, and maybe I'll pick this for like a really cold day when I'm missing the warmth, because I foresee that happening in my future, because this is set in the summertime, but it's still like a nice sort of mystery, so we get those cozy vibes. And then we have a few nonfiction. So this is just a very short little guy, romancing the beat. It is about structuring romance novels. I'm not too sure about this one. I thought it was going to be longer, but Bravey. This is a memoir by Alexi Pappas. She was a record-holding Olympic runner, actress, filmmaker, and writer. So I do want to probably actually going to start this one next. Again, another one I want to finish before September is over. And then this one I am reading currently, The Emotional Craft of Fiction. How to Write the Story Beneath the Surface. So I have already started this one, maybe like a third of the way through. Yeah, it's pretty basic stuff, I guess, but just good reminders about like how to weave emotions into your stories. And like it goes through like showing versus telling and stuff like that. And then lastly, I have a few that I don't have here, that I don't own or have from the library. And I might do some of these on audiobook, and some of these I might still buy or borrow. First up, we have How to Be a Good Creature by Cy Montgomery. This is a nonfiction, and it just sounded good, so I don't know much about it. The Story of a New Name, that's the second one in the Neapolitan Quartet series. But I'm finishing a book in the series and then watching a season of the show. So I've finished the first book and finished the first season of the show, and now I really want to start the second season, so I need to read the second book. And then next up I have The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. And then I have Frankenstein in Baghdad by Ahmed Sadawi. I really, really love Frankenstein, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And so I want to read this year a retelling, and maybe like every year, or maybe I'll like alternate years. Like one year I'll do like Mary Shelley's, the original, and then the next year I'll do like a retelling, because I know there's quite a few reimaginings or retellings of Frankenstein. So that's the one I want to do this year. And then The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reid. I absolutely love Ava Reid, and I'm fiending for one of her novels again. And surprisingly, I don't have any in here, so I need an Ava Reid for this TBR, I think. So I have this retelling, I think, and it looks very like autumny fall vibes of Little Red Riding Hood. And then Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I want to listen to this on audiobook probably, because I listened to Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and this is supposed to be the sequel to that. Because I want to buy both of them, but I'll wait until Mate comes out in paperback. Which reminds me, it's not on the list, but it's definitely happening. I also want to read The Compendium of Lost Tales by Heather Fawcett, and I'll be purchasing that one as soon as it comes out in paperback, which I think is November 4th. And I think Mate is October 4th for its release at all. But The Compendium of Lost Tales, so excited for that one. Yeah, I'll be gobbling that one up as soon as I get it. As soon as it comes out, I'll be there. So yeah, that is all I have for you all. I love watching these videos and seeing what are on people's TBRs and getting a few recommendations, and then yeah, we will see how many of these I actually end up reading. But I think it's a pretty good selection to choose from, and I'm looking forward to reading some creepy stories and some cute autumny stories. And a happy autumn. I think it was yesterday was the first day of autumn. I will catch you soon. See you in the next video.